Hello everyone. Once again, welcome to our online session. Hope all of you are fine and safe at home. Children, in the previous session, we have gone through electric field intensity due to a dipole at a point on its axial line. We derived an expression to find the electric field intensity at a point on the axial line of the dipole. So today, we will discuss about the electric field intensity at a point which is situated on the equatorial plane of a dipole. Okay, so we can discuss what is this equatorial position and what will be the expression for the electric field intensity at the point lying on the equatorial position of the dipole. Okay, it's also a derivation, so be ready with a pen and paper and follow me. Let's get started with the session, children. First, let's discuss about the equatorial position of the dipole. Here, this is an electric dipole. Let this be our minus q charge and let this be our plus q charge. Let O be the center of the dipole and the length of the dipole is 2d. So let this distance be d and let this distance be d. Now, consider a point P here, perpendicularly above the dipole. And this point P is now lying on the equatorial point on the dipole. So this position is the equatorial position. Now just join minus q charge and this point P with a line. Here also just join plus q charge and the point P with a line. Now let this point P be at a distance of r from the center of the dipole. So let this distance be r. Okay. And here an angle is formed. Let this angle be theta. Here also let this angle be theta. So the point P is lying on the electric field generated by minus q charge as well as plus q charge. Okay. So first let's find out the direction of electric field intensity at the point P due to this plus q charge. See, what is the direction of electric field due to a positive charge? Yeah, it will be outwards, right? So the direction of the electric field at the point P due to the positive charge will be pointing outwards like this. So this is the direction of E plus. What do you mean by E plus? Electric field due to positive charge. And due to this minus q charge also, an electric field intensity is produced at the point P. So what will be the direction of that electric field intensity? Since it is a negative charge, its electric field will be pointing towards the negative charge. So at the point P, the electric field intensity due to minus q charge will be pointing towards minus q. So this will be the direction of E minus. E minus means what? The electric field intensity due to the minus q charge. So at the point P, we have two electric fields, E plus, which is the electric field intensity due to the plus q charge, and E minus, which is the electric field intensity due to negative charge. I hope you understood the directions of electric field, because for a positive charge, electric field will act outwards. Hence the direction of electric field is like this. E plus is like this. And the direction of electric field will be pointing towards a negative charge. Hence the direction of E minus is pointing towards minus q charge. Okay, so here at the point P, once again, let me represent the electric field here. So at the point P, we have two electric fields, E plus and E minus, right? Now, both are vectors. E plus and E minus are vectors. So at the point P, we have two electric fields. So what will be the resultant electric field at the point P? Here, since the two vectors E plus and E minus are acting along different directions, we must resolve each vector into perpendicular components, and then we can find out the resultant electric field. So how will you resolve the vector into its components? In class 11th, you had studied about the vector resolution. So the same procedure must be followed here. So E plus, how will you resolve this vector E plus? So this vector E plus is resolved into perpendicular components, two perpendicular components like this. Okay. Now, this angle is theta. So here we have resolved this E plus into two perpendicular components like this. So this angle is theta. So due to the geometry of the figure, this angle also will be theta. So here this angle will be theta. Now, so what will be this component? This component will be, or what will be this component? That means the horizontal component. Horizontal component, this will be E plus cos theta because it is the component adjacent to theta. Then what will be this component? Vertical component, it will be E plus sine theta. Okay. Now, similarly, we can resolve this E minus into two perpendicular components. So, how can we resolve E minus? Yes, this is one component. And again, the vertical component is acting in this direction and the horizontal component will be acting along the same direction. Like this. So, along the horizontal direction, we have two components, one component of E plus and another component of E minus. And here also this angle is theta. So what will be this component? This component will be E minus cos theta because this is the component adjacent to theta. And what will be this component? This component will be E minus sine theta. So here this E plus sine theta and E minus sine theta are two equal and opposite components, so they will cancel each other. And what is left here? Only the horizontal components. They will add up because both the components acts along the same direction. So the resultant electric field at the point P is obtained by adding the two horizontal components. So what are the two horizontal components? E plus cos theta and E minus cos theta. So this will be the resultant electric field at the point P due to this dipole. Now we can go for the derivation and substitution. Now listen here children. Again I have represented the figure. See, this is an electric dipole, minus q and plus q charge. And D is the distance. And O is the center of the dipole. This angle is theta. And the plus q, the electric field intensity due to the plus q charge is along this direction. And the electric field intensity due to the minus q charge, E minus, is acting along this direction. And we have resolved E plus into two components. One component is E plus sine theta, which is the vertical component. And another one is E plus cos theta, which is the horizontal component. Similarly, we have resolved E minus into two perpendicular components. So one is E minus sine theta, which is vertical component, and another one is E minus cos theta, which is the horizontal component. So this E plus sine theta and E minus sine theta will cancel each other since it is equal and opposite. And the E plus cos theta and E minus cos theta are acting along the same direction, so they will add up and produce the resultant electric field at the point P. Okay. Now, we need to find out the electric field intensity, expression for electric field intensity at the point P due to plus q charge and minus q charge. So, what is electric field intensity at P due to plus q charge? What will be the formula? Yes, E plus is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square plus D square. See, why this R square plus D square here? Here, what is the general expression for electric field intensity? Equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square, where R is the distance between the point P and the charge. So here the point P is here and our charge plus Q is located here. And what is the distance between point P and plus Q charge? This is the distance. And how will you find out this distance? See, this is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. In the figure you can see two right angle triangles. This is one right angle triangle and this is another one. And if we consider this as our right angle triangle, this segment or this side forms the hypotenuse of the triangle. And we know the sides, right? This side is D. This base is D and altitude of the right angle triangle is R. So what will be the hypotenuse? Use the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse is square root of R square plus D square. So the distance between the point P and the plus Q charge is square root of R square plus D square. Okay, so what will be the electric field expression, electric field intensity at the point P due to the plus Q charge? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square plus D square. So you might be wondering, why didn't we substitute square root of R square plus D square? Why? Because we need to substitute R square, not R. So here the distance is square root of R square plus D square. And we need to take the square of this expression. And when we take the square of this expression, square root will vanish. So what is the expression? Q by R square plus D square. Now, what is the electric field intensity at the point P due to minus Q charge? Okay, so due to minus Q charge, that is E minus, what will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square plus D square. Again, because this is the point P and this is minus Q charge and this is the distance between the minus Q charge and the point P. Again, this side forms the hypotenuse of this particular right angle triangle, and the hypotenuse is obtained by the expression square root of R square plus D square. And when we square that distance, what will be the expression? Simply R square plus D square. And here we haven't substituted minus Q because we are just finding out the magnitude of that electric field. So that's why we didn't substitute minus Q here. Then what is the resultant electric field at the point P? As we discussed earlier, the resultant electric field is obtained by adding the two horizontal components, that is E plus cos theta and E minus cos theta. Next, just substitute the expression for E plus and E minus. What is E plus? E plus is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square plus D square. So substitute that expression here. So what you will get? You will get E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square plus D square, then cos theta, because it is E plus cos theta. So this is the expression for E plus, and along with that you must write cos theta plus E minus cos theta. So substitute the expression for E minus. What is the expression for E minus? E minus is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square plus D square. So substitute that expression here. And again, along with that, you must write cos theta here. Okay. So from this, when you add, both expressions are same. So when you add, you will get 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square plus D square into cos theta. Next, we want to find out an expression for cos theta from the figure.